Alright, so this is my first little vblog webcast thingy, and I'm discovering it's an awful lot like leaving a message on a phone, in that my normal patterns of speech and conversation are not the same and different. So I made myself notes, and I hope the microphone is working because it didn't seem to last time. But anyway, alright, so for the first one, I'm going to do an introduction. My name is Basil. It's not, but internet people are creepy, and even though you probably can't bother me in China, maybe you can. So, Basil is my name. I'm going to China for a year, and because I have a good friend that just went to Tokyo, or sort of around Tokyo, for also a year, and she does these vlog things, and they're very entertaining, and I like them a lot. And it's like a total substitute for actually having to like talk to people and keep up all those really, really long emails about how well you're doing and so forth. I figured I'd do this too, since I have the webcam thing on my computer. Well, I'm gonna do it. So, anyways, yeah, I'm going to Henan for a year, and it's gonna be fun because it's a university, and it seems really nice, and the people seem really nice. Unlike last time, which is where I went to Manchuria with my buddy Dan. I probably shouldn't have said his name right there. Whatever. And we got totally dicked, like every which way, and it was terrible. It was funny though, funny but terrible. And we ended up having to flee the country drunk in the middle of the night illegally, and I'm pretty sure I can't go back to that city, if not that province, especially not to work. Otherwise, the police will find me, and then they probably won't do terrible things to me except make me give them a whole bunch of money, probably a lot more than theoretically I owe them according to the contract, even though they broke the contract first. But they wouldn't let us get away. But anyway, so yeah, that was my last experience with China, and this one should be much better, but we'll see. Because this is the day that I leave for China, and it could still go any which way at all. You get there and just get, it could be terrible. It could be totally terrible, or it could be awesome. But it'll probably be awesome because I did a lot more research this time, and I have better feelings about all of this. Also, yeah, we would have to have worked really hard to have screwed ourselves over as bad last time as we did. So, anyways, so my general plan for this year, mostly for posterity, just to see, once it's all over, how it all actually went, is to go there, right, teach at university, which should be easy and fun, and I like teaching kind of, so it should be okay. And then basically just have as many adventures as I can over the weekends and my time off and stuff, because I get every weekend off, and I only work like 16, 18 hours a week. And it should be great because Henan is pretty sweet and it's really close to a lot of places that I like Xi'an and Beijing, and I mean all these cool historical things, especially all this Romance of the Three Kingdoms stuff, which I love. And I'll be joined by one of my good friends who is called, let's just go with Pearson because I think that's a fake name anyways. And he will be joining me probably about a week after I get there. So I'll be screwing with him a lot while I'm there, like taking pictures of like ghettos and telling him that's where we're staying, and pictures of like I don't know like hoodlums and telling him that's our students. Yeah, it'll be pretty funny. Horrible apartments, sending pictures of all that so that he can get really psyched up good for coming here because his whole visa thing like takes longer. So he'll be getting here about a week after I do, I think, maybe less. So that'll be great. We'll have a buddy, someone to haul around and like do adventures with and on, and he's pretty adventurous. It's cool. We'll find some mountains. I mean, he's not so much into like the drinking and the smoking like I am, the womanizing maybe, but still, it'll be fun. Have someone there that can cogently speak English and doesn't make me feel like I'm having to slow myself down so much all the time for every conversation, which is something I should do anyways and shouldn't complain about so much. Also, my adventures will be joined with the adventures of Chalkbag, who I totally jacked from my favorite rock climbing place, accidentally kind of. But since I did, and since it was pretty close to when I was leaving, I figured me and Yellow Chalkbag here can go to China together, and we can have awesome adventures. The Chalkbag actually has his own MySpace page that is like Yellow Bag at myspace.com or something like that. It's pretty much the only Yellow Bag on there if you do a name search for that. And so he's going to have his own little series of adventures. There's already some photos up, mostly just of us all drinking with Chalkbag and then doing rude things upon him. But it'll get better. I swear, it'll be more interesting for the whole year. That'll be great. It'll be crazy. And the last thing on my little notes that I made for myself, because I'm bad at this, is just sort of general plans that I have for following, and like my big breaks and stuff, because I got one big break in February where I need to find someplace warm to go to, because the two places I really want to go are Mongolia and the Taklamakan Desert, and also Kamchatka, all of which are just, suicidal in February because it's so cold. I would die. So I'm gonna have to find someplace warm to go to. So I was thinking I might either go to Japan and just, see my friend maybe if she wants me to go there, but she probably doesn't, so that's okay. I'll just go by myself. Or go south maybe to Southeast Asia. I'd really like to see um, the big monument that they have, not Kuala Lumpur, Angkor Wat. That'd be sweet. Although I hear Cambodia is terrifying now. But yeah, so those are my plans. February, gotta go someplace warm. But once the summer comes, because this is only like a 9-month contract, once the summer comes and I'm released from my contract in like July or whenever it is, then I gotta find someplace to go that isn't China because my visa work ability to stay there will expire along with my job, right? Sensible. So I have to find somewhere else to go. So I can either apply for another tourist visa for China and then just sort of wander around China for a while, which could be sweet. I mean, China's a big place, lots of stuff to see there. But I really want to see Mongolia and Kamchatka, which would be sort of tolerable in the summer, except for the biting flies. And so I'll probably just go there, especially since Mongolia doesn't even require a visa to stay there for like 90 days, wherever you want. So that'd be pretty sweet. Russia costs like 130 bucks, which is stupid and might be too much. But we'll see. But yeah, so I guess this is my introduction and lots of stuff to like laugh about how wrong they were later, all my ideas about what was going to happen. And I'll be putting up another one as soon as I can, but I'm pretty sure that this is my laptop here that does all these things. It's going to require like my own internet connection, which could take weeks to set up in my apartment. So it might be a while before there's another one, but I figured I'd just make this one anyways. Also to practice because I think I'm not very good at this. I think I talk too fast. But so anyways, all right. So that's all. This is Basil. I'm gonna go to China tonight. I should be getting there in like 2 days. I get to fly through Taiwan. It's gonna be pretty amazing. And that's it. I'm gonna miss Colorado. I actually really like it here, but I'm leaving anyways because I have weird ideas about what it means to be a good person. All right, internets. I will see you later.